everyone. It is Abyssinia Motherland James Belly Dance. I'm here, waiting for my next class to start, and I realized I never told you about the time I went to Glendale, California for the Cairo Shimmy Quake. It was a lot of fun. I'm so glad I did it. A couple years ago, I went to the Mega Massive, which was the first time in many years that I'd gone to a workshop of its caliber, where there are dancers who've been dancing like 20 plus years, teaching hours and hours long workshops. But that's how I like to learn. I like to just stuff myself with all the belly dance things at these events, and that's what I was able to do for Cairo Shimmy Quake. I highly recommend that you go next year. It seems like it's always in June. I went this past June. It was in Glendale, California, which is like a 6-hour drive from Arizona. From Phoenix. It's a 6-hour drive. Depends on where you're at. And it was just so much fun. I got to take classes with some of my favorite belly dancers of all time, Sonia, Jelena, and Rachel George. It was just like hours and hours of classes, and it just really put me back in my body, but I was in my head a little bit, and I'm going to tell you why. I have been teaching classes for a long time now, 8 to 10 years. It's a beautiful journey. There's ups and downs in business, and I'm on the upswing right now. I'm declaring that. But during that time, I've really focused on working on creating choreographies for class and marketing the class, and just really focusing on teaching, not really focusing on my own learning process. And now I've decided to go back and start taking classes again. I will say for a while I've been taking classes online, but I really enjoy the process, and I feel so accomplished when I can go out of town or even here in town and just take classes like for hours at a time with people that I know that have been dancing for a really long time. And I was able to do that at Cairo Shimmy Quake. I enjoyed the entire thing because it was really different. So, usually when you go to belly dance workshops, there are places to buy costumes. There are a lot of beautiful costumes there. But there was not only classes that you could take all day, you also had the opportunity to get footage of yourself dancing on a professional stage. So when you sign up early enough, a lot of the workshops allow you to have a spot to perform. Get your beautiful professional costume, bust out your zills, whatever, pick your favorite song, and dance on the stage and get a video of it. Nothing like having a video of yourself performing. So people were able to do that. I love that. And then in addition, I was able to see live version production of a show that I've been obsessed with for a long time, Alice in Wonderland from Jelena's Belly Dance Experience. So during that time, I had already put in my audition. Well, I was in the audition process. I hadn't sent in all my videos and stuff yet. I knew I really wanted to be a part of it. So going to see it in person was wonderful. I've seen it many times on YouTube, online. Every time they do the show is different, and I'll tell you how I know in a week or two. But I was able to go and see the show. It was amazing. I was able to connect with another wonderful dancer, a local dancer here, Sheba Lila, who's amazing, and we got to spend time. We drove up together, which was absolutely wonderful because it helps, right? You don't necessarily want to drive all 6 hours by yourself, although you can. It's nice to have someone to chat with while you're driving up there. We both are, on a similar dance journey. We're in a place where we're taking classes again, and she loves to compete, which is great, and I do not. I just like to take the classes, but it's so nice to have someone else to share the journey with. So that was a lot of fun as well. But Cairo Shimmy Quake in and of itself, beautiful, very welcoming environment, highly organized even. I really enjoyed it. And it was at a performing arts center, so the stage there was absolutely beautiful. We were in our little rooms, everything was sectioned off where you can go. The music got nice and loud. It was just a lot of fun. It was a really good time, and I got to meet a lot of dancers, and I got to see some people that I hadn't seen in a really long time, so that was really fun too. So I highly recommend not only, just going out here wherever you can find a workshop, but I specifically recommend Cairo Shimmy Quake because of its welcoming environment, the great caliber of dance teachers that they had there, and the wonderful vendors that they had there. You cannot go to a belly dance event and not shop for at least a little something. I didn't purchase any, performance costumes at the time because, I just didn't, you know, I don't know, I just didn't. So I feel like I didn't have enough space in my luggage to bring it back. But I did get a really beautiful hip scarf that I really liked. It was tasseled because I don't find a lot with tassels, so I treated myself to that. And another thing that was probably my favorite thing there, besides seeing Alice in Wonderland and connecting with other dancers, there was a man there, a company, a restaurant selling koshari, which I have not eaten since I was in Egypt. And so when I got there, we were there for the show, the Alice in Wonderland show, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know, like, we gotta get there, get our seats, whatever, we're walking around. And then I realized people were walking around with koshari, and I was like, wait a minute, stop everything. There's food here. There's Egyptian food here. I need said food in my face. And so after the show, I did go and get some. The guy was really nice. They had fries and stuff too, but the koshari, I was just so happy to see it. And like some of you know, I started my main teaching, you know, learning process of belly dance when I was in Egypt studying abroad, and I would eat koshari from time to time because it was so good. It's just like a wonderful carb fest. So it was a really beautiful experience. Cairo Shimmy Quake is definitely a great place, I believe, to go if you're looking to get a professional video of yourself dancing on a beautiful stage, if you want to go and connect with other dancers, if you'd like to study with some dance teachers who are not always easy to access, but they were there. It was great. And then you can, you know, connect with them further, see what else they're offering. And it's really wonderful if you'd like to compete. They did have a competition going on as well the last day, which people can go and watch. If competing is your thing, it seemed like a really nurturing environment where you can go not only, you know, get your competition on, but also get really great feedback. So I had a beautiful time there. Glendale, California is an exceptional place. The weather was wonderful. It was like in June. And I'd never actually been to Glendale before. So I definitely plan to go back next year. And I hope that you will look into what they have offered for next year in 2025. It'll be around the same time in June. If you're on the West Coast, I think it's a really great experience and way for you to, you know, nurture your own dance experience. So that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you, you know, just sitting watching. It's great to connect with you again because I've been gone for the whole summer because I was hot and I didn't want to make videos outside, but I am back on again. Let me know if you have any questions. The Belly Dance Diaries is all about my experience as a belly dancer. And I will be sharing, you know, audition processes that I've gone through, different things like that. But if you have any questions about belly dancing, you know, in Phoenix, as a Black woman, whatever, ask and I will try to answer, or I'll find someone who knows the answer and we'll talk about it here. So do something that brings you joy today.